absolute scenes will be had here tonight. Because, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all the ages, welcome to Redline Racing League, the second round of season number 2. We're here at Bahrain, and of course, I'm joined by VSR Roskaram. Ross, welcome.
Great to be back. Apologies about last week. I had a few issues with my back and I couldn't sit down probably for a little bit. But I did catch a little bit of snippets from last week's event. I definitely missed a great race by the sounds of things. We had obviously plenty of safety cars. Ryan won, which is pretty much nothing new. And I think Penske bottled it.
Jared won.
Oh, my apologies. Sorry. I've got that. Thank you for correcting me. Sorry, Ryan.
Yes.
Sorry, Jared. It was Jared that won last week, not Ryan. But maybe Ryan might get back on the winning circle this time around. We shall see.
And shock horror, it's a dry qualifying. So fantastic stuff. As we wait for drivers to come on out, I will read out the driver settings. But first things first, I need to do audio settings because career mode took a priority. So there we go. So I'm not actually yelling at people. So we've got DRC Jared in first after winning last week. He's on 26 points. We've got Benny F1 in P2 and New Zealand Ryan in P3. We've got Matt in P4. Broken Reptile, the smallest of margins. If he did not weave on that straight, he could have got P4. It was so close between Matt and Reptile. But Reptile's in P5 and all the Reptile fans are going off their head. B Dubstep's in P6, Poms Feline 70's in P7, Savory is in P8, and X still in P9 with Penske getting P10 after bottling the safety car restart. And then we got Zombie, Cowboy, Death, Brazuca, Edge, and Laggy, who did not finish or were disqualified. Team standings, we have, if I had to do another driver intro again, just tell me to shut up because Renault are in front on 28 points. Mercedes are in P2 on 26 points. Williams are in third on 20 points. McLaren are in P4 with 13 points. Racing Point with Poms is in fifth on 6 points. Yes. Red Bull is in 6th on 6 points as well. Then we got Alfa, Ferrari, Haas, and Alfa Romeo, who have not scored points yet. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're on board with Death Bro, but actually I think Edge won't be the first one to do a lap time. Yes, he is. Bahrain. Got any fond memories of Bahrain, Roscoe?
Nope.
Yet. So, I need to refresh the Twitch page again. So, I do apologise about that. So my controller just turned off all on its own. So, fantastic stuff. But Edge has invalidated. Same with I'm Deaf Bro. I think that is a McLaren of Ryan. Yes, that's Ryan. We've got Williams of, I think it'd be B Dubstep. He's invalidated. X Steel will be the first one to set a lap time. So we're back on the air, ladies and gentlemen. So fantastic stuff. So I do apologise. As I said, my controller just died. So fantastic. It still goes to the top of a 28.176. And Cabot Oz is retired from the session. So that's not great from the Ferrari driver. I'm on board with Edge. Let's have a look. Oh, he's facing the wrong way, so that's awesome stuff. We got Matt in P2 with a 28.6, Benny in third with a 29.5, both on softs, but I think they're just banker laps, really. Oh my god, Savory Ritz Pie, a 27.1 on softs. You get in there, lad. Get in there. Who's the next one? We've got McLaren of Mitchie will be the next one to set a lap time. It's a minute 30.4, so he's about over 3 seconds off the pace here at the moment. We've got AlphaTauri of Edge. We've got Deathbro as well, but I think Edge is doing a lap time. Deathbro's coming into the lane. Edge is doing a 31.0, about 6/10 off Mitchie, but as I said, just banker laps really. Ryan invalidated. We got X still doing another run here, ladies and gentle people. He improved, but he does improve, but stays in P number 2. We got a Renault of Benny, but I assume he's coming in. Yes, he is. I think Matt's coming in as well. Yes, he is. AlphaTauri of Brazuca doing a lap. That's Jared on the wets. Fantastic stuff there. What's Zombie and Savory are coming into the lane. Haas of Laggy coming into the lane as well. Yes. Pom's doing a lap time, but has he got any wing? No, Poms has no wing. So Poms has no wing, so awesome stuff there. So we missed that by mistake. Jared's done a 2-minute 4 lap time and retires from the session. So fantastic, fantastic stuff. Dubstep's doing a lap. Ryan's invalidated, probably started from the back anyway. And we got X still coming into the lane. So with nearly 7 minutes gone, Dill's done another lap. Alright. Fantastic. Ooh, Reptile gone purple first sector in that fantastic Renault in that Daniel Ricciardo car. What can the reptilian man can do? We got an AlphaTauri that's probably more than likely the Edge. I want to say, is it always a Brazuca? No, it's Brazuca. So Brazuca will be setting a lap time on the soft compounder tyres. Mitchie going on to the mediums, but Brazuca coming into the lane. So fantastic, but we'll go back on board with Brazuca. Not Brazuca, Broken Reptile. Oh my god, I'm getting my names mixed up. Fantastic, as always. Reptile fans are going off in the chat. Well, not really, because no one's actually talking to the chat yet. But he comes... There we go. He goes to the top of the leaderboard with a 26.8 on soft compound tyres. It's about 3/10 ahead of Savory. Edge coming in, yes. I think everybody will be coming in very, very shortly. Even Dubstep's into the lane. So, odd choice there for not doing a lap. He must be validated somewhere. We've got Pot. Yes, Roscoe is commentating. Have you included your audio, Ross?
Tick before. Never mind. It's now tick now.
Well, there we go. Ross is now in the commentary box.
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Xbox just did not want to include that tick for me. It was tick when we rejoined. Had that little issue with Twitch, but obviously didn't like me. So thanks, Xbox.
Fantastic stuff as always. I think Matt's the first one to do a lap time. By the looks of it.
Yes, I think he is, because the two in front of him are on outlaps.
We've got Poms as well done on that, but he's coming at turn 4. So Matt will be the first one to set another lap time in his run. That's better. That's a bit crackly. Oh, apologies. I don't know how to fix it, unfortunately. Yes, I do. I did get some feedback from last week with solo comms last week. My throat was actually dying last week, so with Roscoe back. So with Roscoe back, he's actually here to help me this week.
Yes.
So, yeah. Ross, your mic sounds like it's underwater. Okay, so it must be something with your mic then, Roscoe. But here comes
I don't know.
Matt. Matt goes up into P3 with a 27.7. About 9/10 off broken Reptile. Reptile could be the most improved driver this season if the season still goes on ahead. Because I did say Williams are the third best team on the grid as Poms goes into P2, just a 10th behind Reptile. Jeez Louise. Reptile fans. Yours is fine, Fraser. Thanks, Jared. Much appreciate.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I was saying, Reptile 26.8 on. I know it's on softs, as this is probably a mediums to hards track anyway. Edge doing a lap. Oh, Mitchie crashes out at turn number 1, and I caught the end of that. So Mitchie's out of qualifying.
I can see he's going in the foreground there on board with Dill.
Yep, it was a spinner.
Yeah.
I'll say that much. Zombie, what can the Mercedes number 2 driver can do as he's in Bottas's car?
Yes.
And Zombie comes across the line.
Yeah.
He does improve, but stays in P number 6. We've got Benny coming across the line. He improves marginally, but stays P7. About 9/10 off Zombie.
Brazuca.
Brazuca goes up into P6, 28.5. Still 5/10 off X-Steel, but he'd be running the soft compounder tyres. Lag is coming into the lane. We've got Dubstep on mediums. Goes P4, 27.2. Absolute scenes will be had here, ladies and gentlemen. I think Savory's giving a toe to X-Steel, so X-Steel getting the benefit of some slipstream here, lads. Savory's down in P3, but he's coming into the lane. We've got 8 people watching.
He goes to the top.
Scenes here. And there we go, Deal to the top with a 26.3, 5/10 ahead of Broken Reptile. He's actually going on to the mediums. I tell you what, if Reptile can improve his time on medium tyres, absolute scenes are going to be had. Zombie's probably coming into the lane, same with Benny. Brazuca coming into the lane. Dubstep's going on for another lap. We'll stay on board with B Dubstep anyway. Just think, he's actually on none ERS, so yeah. Fantastic stuff.
But he's on the full throttle anyway, so.
Laggy going on mediums, Steph Bro going on mediums, and Ryan's still in the pit lane, but he's probably not going to do a lap anyway. Jared, the last of the time runners, a fantastic 2-minute 4.553 lap on the wet tyres.
Yes.
Fantastic stuff. Start last or now? Let the commentators decide. Well, there we go. What does Ryan do? Does he start last or does he qualify on pole by 16 minutes? Or 16 seconds, I should say.
Well,
a minute 10 lap time.
Depends on whether he wants a challenge or not. Knowing Ryan, he always likes to have a bit of a challenge. Sometimes it can pay off, but sometimes it doesn't. So, but we'll let him decide.
All right. Well, he's given us full reign to let us decide. So,
okay.
You know what, Ryan? Considering you like a challenge, in quotation marks, you can start last. Just retire and start last.
Watch him retire now in 3, 2, 1. No, okay, nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
Anyway.
I'm on board with Broken Reptile in that fantastic Daniel Ricciardo Renault car. Actually, you know what? Let's stay on board with Reptile. Let's watch a lap of Reptile going around Bahrain. I know he's got Matt behind him, but should be enough of a gap, and there's really no one else on track. So let's watch Reptile's lap time around Bahrain. And that's the end of his lap time. He lost a lot of time, really. So he's going around again. Matt's doing... He's probably going to go for another round because he got caught up in traffic by the looks of it. Where's Def Bro? He's just coming out of the first sector time split. And I forgot we got 40 seconds. So Ross, who's your man for pole position?
Oh, I don't know. You're putting the pressure on me. I'm going to go with Dill, just for the sake of it. It's currently P1 at the moment. Broken Reptile may play a factor, but also Dill. What about you, Pricey?
Man.
You got 30 seconds.
I'm gonna say Reptile. Oh no, I'm not gonna say Reptile because he's gone wide at that turn 10 corner. I'm gonna say Poms for the win. A7. He will now pole position at the end of the death, but Ryan's qualifying, so it'll probably be him.
Yeah.
And Razuka crosses the line in time to start his lap time. So we go on board with I'm Deathbro, be the first one to set a lap time. It is a 1 minute 26.2. He's on provisional pole at the moment. Reptile, he's doing a lap, but he's 4 seconds down. He won't be improving. It's such a shame for the Renault driver.
Oh, Edge is out.
Edge is out of the session. Matt doing another lap time here. He's currently in P7, just behind his teammate. Got a Red Bull of, I think it might be Savory. I'm not sure, but Matt's coming into the lane. No, it's actually X-Still.
Oh, God.
Can X-Still... No, he's invalidated. So fantastic work here, ladies and gentlemen. Benny F1, can he improve on his 29.4? He does. He's in the P number 8. We got Poms. He's in P3 at the moment. B Dubstep. What can Dubstep do? He goes to the top of the 26.1. We got a Red Bull of Savory. He's not improving at all. We got Zombie, and then we got Bazooka. So Zombie is first. He's not improving. What does Bazooka do? He moved up, but where? P7 for the AlphaTauri driver. Sorry if you heard Siri there. But what a qualifying session for the Williams driver of B, Dubstep 23 with a 26.133, just ahead of on Deathbro. But remember, he's on mediums. Then we've got X-Steel, Palms, Reptile in P5, Savory in a handy P6, Bazooka in P7, Matt in P8, Benny in 9th, and Zombie in 10th. Outside the top 10 we got Edge, Mitchie, Laggy, and Jared with the Drunk Driver Award here tonight. We've got Carbo and Ryan starting at the back with no lap time. What a qualifying session that was for B Dubstep. Nabs pole at the death. From death, bro. Like, literally.
Yeah.
And Shoko, it's another dry session. So, fantastic stuff here. But I'm expecting many, many safety cars here tonight. Like last week. I'll be surprised if we don't get any.
How many was there last week? Just curiosity.
We have one VSC early on and 2 late safety cars. Virtually back-to-back, really.
Okay.
Yeah, so we had, I think it was a retirement that caused the first one, and then another, I think Zombie caused another one as well.
Yeah.
So while we wait for the drivers to do their strategies in the formation lap, Ross?
Yes.
Who is your race winner and surprise podium here tonight?
Ooh, okay. Now, bear in mind, there are a couple of quick guys coming from the back of the grid, so you probably would expect maybe one of those guys to maybe come through. There's the predicted pit stop strategy. I've got it on my screen. Hopefully, you've got it as well, Brizey. But it'd be interesting to see what it's like with tyre wear around here, because a lot of these guys are on the soft compounder tyre. Where are we here? There we go. Actually, there's quite a couple of guys on the hard compounder tyres. So, I think I'm going to say Ryan for the race victory. He's starting last on the hards. Doing something a little bit different. He'll be on the quick tyre. Broken Reptile's been disqualified. Lovely stuff. Surprise podium.
Jared said, I clicked hard and I'm on mediums. Well,
that's
I've had that to me happen as well on this game. It's
not just after Jared. It's he'll hopefully make his way back through the grid. There's plenty others in our getting disqualified. Go Savory. Actually, no, I'll go X-Steel for a surprise podium. What about yourself, Fuzzy?
And X-Steel the third race. It's probably Max Verstappen-esque.
Yes, exactly.
Race for X-Steel, most probably. For race winner, as you said, you got Jared and Ryan at the back. Laggy could be a contender. But you got Deathbro and P2 on mediums, so he can go longer.
Yes, true.
Pretty much than anyone in the top 6, really. So he's in with a shout, but I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say Deathbro for race winner.
Yep.
And surprise podium. I tell you what, a lot of things are gonna have to happen for this to happen, but I'm gonna say Reptile will get a surprise podium here tonight. A 53rd challenge for the Reptile man. I mean, Savory's also a shout in P6, but I'm going to say Reptile. He was so close last week. Should have got P4, but if he just did not weave.
Yes.
As we get ready for 5 red lights. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. Dubstep goes to a flying start. Same with X-Steel. Deathbro holds down in P2. We got 17 cars going very wide. Poms covers off a Red Bull. Benny's up in the P6. No, Savory stays there. Savory and Benny going side by side coming out of turn 3. Up into turn 4. Here comes Deathbro. Stays in P2. We've got X still hounding him at the moment. 7/10 of a second gap already for B. Dubstep. Jared's up in the P12 already. Reptile's down in P14 already, so he must have had an incident with someone. Jared's up in the P11. Ryan's up in the P10 already, so no surprise there. Mitchie up in the P8 on those mediums. Coming to the dreaded turn 10 corner. Fantastic.
Oh.
Matt's up in the
contact.
P number 4. As we see cars going side by side here, we're on board with Poms at the moment. Let's see what the man on the wheel can do. Savory started P6, down in P7. Benny's got the jump on here, but Savory on those faster tyres. We got Zombie making a move on Mitchie. As I get the predicted pit stop strategy, it's a bit too late there, Codemasters. And Zombie moves up in the P8. The McLaren's going side by side, but I think Mitchie's letting Ryan go through. Yes, he is.
Jared.
Ryan's up in the P9.
Yep.
As Dubstep sets the fastest lap of the race. Shock horror, and oh my god, the glitch has happened already.
Oh god.
Death Bro is not in P3, he's in P2. Ryan's not leading, not yet anyway. So fantastic stuff here. Just what you want to see in a Codemasters game. Laggy's out. Oh no, will that bring out a safety car? What's Edge doing? See, he must have got a kerfuffle with Edge and Laggy. As the glitch has sorted itself out. Ryan looking at the back of Savory. I think Savory's letting him through. Yes, he is. Zombie on the back of Benny F1. Benny got a surprise podium last week. As Jared's making a move on Savory into P number 9. Reptile back into P13.
Not too bad of a move, I do say. And Edge does have front wing, which I can't confirm.
Last, Matt's outside of DRS range of X-Steel already. 1.3 seconds off. And looks like those softs might be fading for Matt, but working a trick for Palms. He's hounding the Williams driver P4. Fantastic stuff. Death Bro staying within that 1 second barrage. DRS will become enabled this lap. So Death Bro will have a chance at DRS. They'll outside of a second as well. So 3 and 4 outside of a second of one another. Zombie has made the move onto Benny F1. Will Benny send it down the inside? Poms has made the move on Matt. Yes, he has. Poms for the 870 up in the P4. But here comes Matt.
Move.
Poms has DRS. And Poms stays ahead. What fantastic stuff here. Jared and Ryan. Jared. Oh.
That was close.
Oh, but Jared's made the move onto New Zealand Ryan. And Edge is into the lane, probably for a front wing change. I would assume so.
Contact. Benny and Jared have had their fair share of drivers in the past.
I've just caught the end of that as I'm on board with New Zealand Ryan at the moment. But Zombie's ahead of this train now. He's not that far behind of Mads. 1.4 seconds, but looks a lot closer than that, really.
Yeah, does a little bit, but he's ahead of the group anyway. Jared's got to make hay here so that Ryan doesn't get by ahead of him here. Obviously, different to tyres, so he has to make them go as far. Well, make the use of them while they've still got some grip.
Yes. Mitch is carrying a bit of a train at the moment with Berserker Reptile Carbo involved as well. But there's a train here as well for 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. So a big battle pack is happening here. Death Bro gets another bite of the cherry of DRS. Berserker's made the move on Mitchie. Jared's made the move on Benny for P7 and gets the move done. Fantastic drive for the Mercedes driver as Benny picks up a 3-second time penalty. The first of the race as X-Steel 2.1 seconds behind Death Bro. He might be okay, but he needs to pick up the pace a little. But Death Bro hounding B Dubstep at the moment for P1 as the stops are starting to run out.
I don't want to be doing too much of that locking on the brakes there, Death Bro. But he's, like you said, closing in, keeping an eye on that gap at the front. It is closed in quite a bit now, so Minutes are starting to take effect right now. I think this, like I said, the softs are probably starting to fade out a little bit here.
I'm keeping an eye on all the battles as well, but we're on board with the lead at the moment. I know it's only lap 4, but this could shape out how the rest of this race will go. I'm keeping an eye on the battles for 4th downwards. Jeez, everyone's catching up there. From Palms to Savory, everyone's within a second of each other. So, big battle pack is happening. Edge down in P15, 36 seconds
Def
behind
might go for the lead here.
And Def does, as I'm on board with it, as Jared sets the fastest up with a 30.143. Definitely those softs are happening. Jared's made the move on Zombie, Ryan's made the move on Benny, and Reptile's made the move onto Mitchie, and Calbo looking for a move as well. Oh, a bit of contact between Calbo and Mitchie. Mitchie a bit squirmy. Edge gets a 3-second time penalty and nothing doing there. As Dill's coming back into this fight here. It was 1.4 seconds. It's now under a second between X Dill and B Dubstep. And Matt's falling behind Poms here at the moment. It was just over a second. Back under now, so he'll get DRS, which will help him with his fight with Jared, but I don't see that lasting very much longer.
No, he hasn't got DRS actually, as Matt actually. Jared's got DRS. I think Matt just ducked out of the 1 second bracket between he and Pom, so he'll be under attack here from Matt Mercedes pretty soon.
Matt definitely had DRS. He had DRS on my screen anyway.
Yeah, okay.
But he probably just didn't open it.
Oh,
Matt's gone for a spin! And that's front wing damage. And that's the cue for the soft tyres to get into the bin. As Matt is down in 14th.
He's got front wing damage.
And, yeah, he doesn't have a puncture, so he'll be definitely coming in. Dubstep, not looking for a move in the turn 1. It's a bit too far back. Dill, 1.6 seconds now. It's now down to 1.3, 1.5. Hovering around that mark, but I think Dubstep's probably just staying in DRS range. Dill's made a mistake. And Poms is up in the P3. Fantastic stuff there. But Dill's had an accident. Could this be a puncture? Doesn't look like it.
No.
No, he doesn't have a no punctures. I'm on board with Benny. I can see all the tyres. And Matt will have some racing to do now as Edge is coming around the final corner.
Well, whatever happened there with Dill's affected Jared, because he's now behind Ryan now in P6, and Ryan's all over the back of the other Mercedes Zombie. He'll be struggling with those softs.
Ryan in a Mercedes sandwich, but I think that's going to be short-lived as Zombies probably just let Ryan go through for P4 so he can chase down Poms. What will Zombie do with Jared? Will he let Jared through? I would expect it to happen because team orders and the tyre difference. Zombie goes so far out wide, and yet there it is. The real life has come into play here. Poms is 4.8 seconds behind B Dubstep. Bazooka's made a move on to Savory. Now AlphaTauri is ahead of one Red Bull. 1.5 seconds behind Betty, but he's in a battle at the moment. Zombie's into the lane. As the pit window graphic is now open, Jared has made the move on to New Zealand Ryan for P4. 1.5 seconds behind Poms. But Poms is 4.7 seconds. Probably looking for a pit stop. Probably this lap I would expect it to happen. Same with B Dubstep and X Steel 419X. Probably same with Savory and Reptile as well. Reptile's back up into the points.
What clarification? Is Zombie on soft for you on your screen?
Yes he is. So
that's the 2-stop.
Yeah, Zombie doing a 2-stop, and Siri went off in the background.
35 miles on Friday. We don't want Siri interrupting the broadcast.
Yeah, so Zombie doing the 2-stop. Calbo on 0 lap on soft, so fantastic tyre wear for the Ferrari driver.
Fantastic. It'll come back up with like 30 odd laps later on in the race, that's for sure. Jared right on the back of Poms now.
Jared and Ryan has caught up the Poms. about a second and a half. But I think Poms is probably going to come into this lane anyway. What's Dubstep doing? He's coming in. Yeah. Dubstep's in. What's Poms doing? I would expect him to come in.
No.
No.
He might be trying for that one stop.
Well, the medium strat is now open as X still is in. Savory has to stay out because doesn't want double stack, and Reptile is coming in as well. So we got Dubstep on mediums. What's Dill? Dill softs, and same with Reptile on softs. Jared gets a 3-second time penalty, but he's back on the podium as Poms is down to P4. Ryan's up in the P2.
Oh no, he spun it!
Oh no, Poms! Oh, he just caught the back end. He's down in P7. Are we thinking puncture?
No, I think he's might have gone on the power too early, otherwise all the tyres are just literally right near the end of their life. I was thinking he may be trying to get for one stop, potentially go straight onto the hard cop out tyres. Still a potential, but still could happen.
Now, we have a situation here with Ryan and Jared under a second of each other. Does Ryan just carry Jared? Not carry is not the right word. I guess pull along Jared to death, bro. He started on medium, or qualified on medium.
I'll tell you what, Jared nearly lost coming out of turn 13 there. He's lost, now he's out of the 1 second bracket with Ryan, so that might affect him with no DRS on this straight, I don't think.
I think he might just have, as Jared's coming into the lane. As Ryan sets the fastest lap of the race on those hards, so those hards are coming into effect right now. Brazuca and Benny. Yellow flag, sector 3, it's a Ferrari. It's Calvo.
I think.
It's Calvo. Ryan gets a 3-second time penalty. Jared's coming in for another set of mediums. Poms is now into the lane. Yellow flag, sector 1 and
mediums.
3.
Oh, it's AlphaTauri of...
it's Brazuca.
No, sorry, I'll take that back. Yeah.
Oh, Brazuca just got ahead of Benny for P3, and now he's down to P6. So Benny... He's in P3, Savory's up in P4, an 8-old lap soft, so fair play for the Red Bull driver. Mitchie's up in the P5. Brazuca is down in P6, Dubstep's in, he's come out in P7. Zombie's in 8th, Jared's in 9th, with X still in P10, Reptile is in 11th, Poms comes out in 12th, got Matt, Edge, and Calvo. So the closest battle on track is actually between the two Mercedes boys.
Yeah. I'm actually quite surprised a lot of people are doing the 2-stop. I would have thought, well, in previous games, the 1-stop has been the key strategy around here, but that was based if you start on mediums and then go to hard. But I know a lot of guys started on softs, but I'm really surprised here. The tyre wear must be different in this game compared to last game.
Yeah, I guess so. Do apologise about the mic sparks. I do apologise. It's just everything happening so quickly. Savory is now into the pit lane. He's going to the hards, going to the end.
Yep, he's going to go to the end. Nice job. I had a feeling there was going to be one of them. There's yellows. It's Edge.
Edge is out. So I don't think that's a safety car worthy. They'll get a 3-second time penalties left, right, and centre.
Savory and Poms. They're popping behind.
So Savory comes out in P12, but he's going towards the end. I don't know about Poms. Can he get the tyre to those mediums to the end? I don't think he can do it really.
Yeah, it's a real gamble here at this point, whether you take a risk and go to the end on the mediums, but I don't know. I don't know much of the tyre wear on this game, so I couldn't tell you.
We're just on board with Brazuca 82s, battling Mitch's P4. Yeah, it's probably bound to happen. As Defro starts lap 11. About 4.9 seconds behind, in front of New Zealand Ryan on 0 lap old hard, so fantastic tyre wear once again.
Oh yes. Well, apparently
I think
Calvo's on
Jared-
lap sold medium tyres, even though he came in a couple of laps ago. So lovely stuff as always.
Edge angry at Laggy. Oh, okay. So quite a bit of controversy happening as Mitchie and Brazuca. Mitchie
Swap.
doesn't have DRS, but Brazuca does. He stays ahead of P4. New Zealand Ryan ever so catching Death Bro at a rate of knots currently. So, and B Dubstep also catches up to this battle between Mitchie and Brazuca at the moment. X still looking for... was catching up to Zombie, so... but they're both on soft tyres, so I think pace might be evening itself out shortly.
Yeah.
I think Mitchie's letting Dubstep through. Yes, he has. So Dubstep back up at the P5. So while that battle goes on, let's have a look. I mean, the only other battle is really it's between Zombie and Dill, but that's not really moving anywhere, really.
Might it's like potential. Well, Dill's got DRS. Zombie hasn't because he fell out of the 1 second bracket. So keep an eye on the Red Bull.
And no, I think it's too far back from moving the turn. Number 4. We got B Dubstep hounding Brazuca at the moment. Better tyre wear for the Williams driver because he's already made his pit stop.
Yeah.
Probably expecting another pit stop unless safety car happens. Oh, Brazuca! Brazuca loses the back end as Jared's made the move on to Mitchie for P6.
Yeah, I think that was inevitable.
Mitchie falling a bit behind. Dubstep doing a bit of weaving.
He's trying to play the slipstream as Brazuca was coming back, coming out of turn 10, but I think Dubstep should pull away now. The difference of the tyres coming in way. The
leader's in.
Yep, that's it.
That's in. Hard compound tyres going to the end. Yep. Simple one stop for I'm Death Bro. Where does he feed out? Benny's also in.
Let's have a look. Dubstep was his nearest one.
Brazuca's in. Here he comes. This is going to be close. And I think Dubstep's got him. Yes, he has. But where does Death Bro feed out compared to Jared? He comes out ahead of him.
Yeah.
So, but Jared's made a lot of gains though, a lot of time.
Probably to do the medium compounded tyres.
Yeah, I'd say so. As Savory's made the move onto Brazuca, but Brazuca's coming in anyway. So, Pom's up in the P10, battling with Benny. He's on the hards as well, going to the end. So let's see, we've got Brazuca on hards, Savory on hards, Benny on hards, Death Bro going on hards, going to the end.
Yeah.
Ryan, he's probably going to the mediums because he started on the hards last week as well.
Yeah, okay.
And he went on to the mediums about halfway through the race. So I would expect it to be on mediums, but I would not be surprised if he goes on to softs.
No, probably wouldn't surprise me at all. Depends on how long he wants to run, really, into this race.
I'm on board with the RCJ, but there's also a battle between Zombie and Dill at the moment. It looks like Death Bro is looking for a move onto B Dubstep. Yes, he does with that DRS and overtake mode. What does Jared do? He stays back. Lock up by all three.
Dill up the inside. Mitchie's in the lane, by the way.
Oh, a bit of lag. Jared's lost a bit of time to beat Dubstep, so he must have had an oversteer moment. Mitchy's into the lane, going onto the hard compounder tyres, going to the end. Still stays in P number 6.
Just in front of car.
Oh, Jared's out! Jared is out.
What happened there? A
He's
safety
gone onto
car.
the curb. And big boy safety car. This is going to help out Ryan.
Oh yeah.
Ryan's 20 seconds ahead of Death Bro. He'll come out in P1.
Yeah, I'd say so. With the Delta, yeah, probably. It'll be close. But if Ryan comes in, how many others come in?
Well, lap 14 gone to lap 15. So what's that? 15 racing laps to go. We're going to have, what, two, maybe 3 laps of safety car. So that gets us, what, to lap 18.
17 or 18, yeah.
There's everybody coming for mediums. Death Bro stays out.
That's not
Dubstep's coming in.
Everybody else will be
Zombie's
coming in.
What does Benny do? What does Benny do?
I don't know. But anybody on soft tyres will probably take advantage of this. No,
Yeah.
I think he's going to stay
That's
out.
just on hards. Oh, Benny's staying out. Oh, Reptile's in. Oh, no. Savory's in.
Yeah,
Bazooka's in.
Reptile had to come in because he's on soft, so no surprise there.
Matt stays out for some reason. Mitchy stays out and Cabo comes in. So Death Bro's ahead of Ryan, but hards against mediums. Mediums will always win.
Yes. You would think so.
So everyone, so the only people on hard, it's Steph, Benny, Dubstep, and Mitchy. Everyone else is on mediums.
Yes. Well, I'm not sure about Dubstep, whether that he was meant to get on the hards, whether he felt comfortable or what, whether that's an error or something he made in the pit stop, I don't know, but whatever, he's stuck on them for now.
He must not have a fresh set, because he started on soft, went on mediums, and is now on hards.
Yeah, potentially.
So... oh, nah. Done with that. So Ryan clear advantage, obviously, because better pace, but also better tyres as well.
Yeah.
Who do you think is the big winner out of all of this? Well, Matt's back up at the P7 after that earlier spin.
Yep, but he did not come in. He's on, well, I think it is right, 8 lap old mediums, so I don't know whether he's going to stick it out and go to the end here or whether he'll dive it in late. It's a big risk.
Will he come in?
He's going to come in.
He's coming in now. Yeah, he's coming in now. Benny stays out.
Mitchy's in as
Mitchy's
well.
in.
Are they going to mediums or is there potential for softs? Mitchy looks like mediums.
Yeah, I'd say mediums because Mitchy started on mediums, so he's done his one. So he's done his two tyre compounds.
Yeah.
So this race is going to be very, very interesting now. Lap 16 of 29. Mitchy's coming out of the pit lane now, but does he come out ahead of Calbo? Yes, he does.
Only
just. So Matt down at P11. So all these medium tyres are going to actually benefit now.
Yes, absolutely.
Because the hards, I think the hards are a disgusting tyre.
Well, they can go longer lasting, but yeah, they can probably take a couple of laps to just get the temperatures up in them. So it's a struggle for the guys like Death, Benny and Dubstep. Hopefully they can get them up to temperature and want to be some exciting racing, but if not, then they're going to drop really off the pace. But they might come back later on if the mediums start to die off a little bit, but we'll have to wait and see.
I'm expecting safety car to come in because everybody's bunched up now.
Yeah, think it would.
So what's that? 2 laps on the safety car.
Yes, yes it is. And
Yeah,
right
there
on
we-
you.
Yep, safety car on this lap. So, dubstep, 5-second penalty, severe collision with Benny. So
Oh, no.
this happened last week as well, and I think the limiter actually screws a lot of people more than what other people think.
Yeah.
Because if you try to floor it, you try to floor it, but you just get that limiter. But we get ready for some green flag racing. It's going to be Ryan against Death Bro. There goes Death Bro. Well, not yet.
No, not yet. Oh, that's a terrible restart there.
And here comes New Zealand Ryan. Here comes B Dubstep. And Benny, they're going 3 wide around the pit straight. Dubstep dives down the inside. Gets Benny. Doesn't get New Zealand Ryan. No, he doesn't. Death Bro stays ahead for the time being. Benny's down in the P4, lost the place to B Dubstep. Ryan hounding Death Bro for that P1 spot. The only place that's been lost is B Dubstep. B Dubstep falling a little bit behind. Might have some light green damage on his front wing. Ryan coming towards that first DRS straight, or second DRS straight, but no DRS for 2 laps. Death Bro locks up. Those hard tyres not warming up as quickly as he hoped. Dubstep already second behind New Zealand Ryan.
Like the other Williams had a terrible run out of turn 10. He's lost a spot to Mitchie, so Matt's back to 12th place.
That's unfortunate for the Williams driver. Bazooka looking for a move onto Savory. Bazooka, the lone AlphaTauri driver. Reptile outside of a second behind X-Steel already as we complete the 17th lap. Zombie's got ahead of Benny.
That was probably to be expected.
Mediums working a treat. Those hards are not working at all. So we go back on board with New Zealand Ryan. Dubstep 1.5 seconds behind Ryan already. Oh, Dubstep having a train behind him. Calbo 1 second behind Matt. But I would expect that to come down very, very shortly. As Death Bro locks up. Oh, Death Bro is actually locking up every which way.
He can probably afford to because he's got the much harder compactor tyres, so you probably use them up a little bit more than Ryan can.
Well, Ryan also had a big lock-up coming out of turn 10 as well, out of that hairpin.
Everyone pushing hard.
2 seconds, Dubstep behind New Zealand Ryan already. Those hards are not really working for that Williams driver. Here comes Zombie, who crashed out of Australia late last week. Probably looking for a podium redemption here tonight. I don't think you can get the race win unless the leaders just collide with each other.
Yeah, DRS is enabled.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood, that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But New Zealand Ryan will have DRS as Death Bro locking up every which way. Ryan with DRS.
I don't think he's close enough.
No. Oh
Ryan it.
New Zealand Ryan doing the Into the Barrier Under Pressure episode at the moment.
Yep.
Death Bro locking up every which way. Shout out to those OGs that watched that series. Matt's back up into P11.
Yep.
1.8 seconds behind Bazooka. Matt, Mitchie, and Calber, the 3 drivers outside the points currently, but a lot can happen. Benny, 1 second behind Zombie. Those have the 3 drivers that stayed on hards have made a mistake. Are they expecting another safety car, perhaps?
Maybe put it this way: if they get another safety car, then they might put a spot on the softs potentially. I'm not 100% sure whether they'll last to the end of the race, but that's still an option. That's depending on whether we get another safety car at the end of the race. But Benny under attack from his countryman Dill.
Went too far as Benny is falling back behind Dill. Here comes Reptile. So this is going to be interesting here for the Redline team battle. New Zealand Ryan's made the move on to be on Death Bro for P1. Reptile's made the move on the Benny for P6. So the Redline boys are swapping positions. Fantastic work there.
Who's on the title line,
Benny and Reptile are fighting each other. Oh my god, you're both costing yourselves time. Here comes
again.
Reptile down the inside. Dive bomb on Benny.
No.
Here comes Poms. Oh my god, they're going side by side.
Now Poms will be involved in this soon.
Oh, Benny down the inside. Poms down the inside of Reptile. Locks up. Oh my god, this is close racing as Death Bro has made a mistake and 1.3 seconds behind New Zealand Ryan, and Ryan will be off to win this race. Benny and Breaker Reptile.
Still going.
Oh my god, Poms. What's Poms going to do? Benny's covering off the inside, but I don't think that's going to work. Actually, it does. Benny pushes Poms. Let's get rid of that timing
got ahead of dubstep.
So, Zombie up on the podium here.
Moves are plenty. Savory and Brazuca running for the final points.
All right, sets the fastest lap, so he's going to get that extra point if no one can beat that lap time. And it looks like yep, Wrecker Reptile stays ahead of Benny, but Benny with DRS.
Here comes Poms.
Poms looking for a move. Down the inside.
And he might have it. Although
Benny with the switchback of dreams.
Might have it.
Contact.
If I've got DRS. Behind Brazuca and Savory.
Poms down the inside. Bit of contact. Oh my god, Benny and Poms.
That's a great shot of this. I'm going to start on my screen. And Poms gets a penalty. Inside the small contact.
Poms gets a bad traction. The avatar of Brazuca is right there. There it is. Poms gets a 3-second time penalty.
Well, that's wide for Benny. That's a terrible run out of that corner.
All the while, Broker Reptile's got a 2-second gap on his teammate. 3 wide! Poms has hit Brazuca! No damage done there yet. He got Savory!
For Poms,
and
unfortunately.
Poms is spun.
Oh, yeah.
What great racing, but Poms is spun, and unless there was a bit of contact, I missed it. Matt gets a 3-second time penalty, but here comes Brazuca. He's going to get DRS.
He's run out of ERS as well, so he's out for the time being, but he might get it when he crosses the start finish line. He's under attack from Savory.
Savory! Oh, Benny! Oh no, Benny! Oh no, Benny! Oh no! Oh, that's controversy. Reptiles 3 seconds ahead of Benny. Brazuca still in P8. Mitty's in 9th. He's getting involved. All the while, B Dubstep is hounding as Poms is retired from the session. Dubstep still in P4. There's X-Still and there's Reptile. Brazuca spun it! Brazuca spun it! And now it's up to Matt, Mitchie and Cowboy. Cowboy's up to P10.
Cowboy's in the points.
Savory's got front wing damage. I don't think Brazuca has any wing damage. No, he doesn't, but Savory does.
Yes,
Cowboy's up in the points here, ladies and gentle people. Matt, it's Matt's turn for Benny. Oh no, Benny.
I wasn't sure what to expect as I missed last week here in Australia, but I haven't missed much, obviously.
Oh no, Benny.
There might be some stern words after this race, I think, to many F1. The Calbo's gone!
Calbo's out! Oh no, will that trigger another safety car? Yes, it will! And Zombie's left the session! Oh no!
What's going on?
I got Zombie! Oh no, Zombie, where are you? There we go, I sent Zombie the invite. Bazooka's on soft, Savory's coming in on soft with that front wing change. Oh no, it's happened again. Late drama has happened once again.
Now what does everyone else do here?
And there we go, Zombie has joined.
So I dubstep a little bit because he can't get past the late now car, so I don't think he can. But hopefully Zombie rejoins his car in a moment or two.
Well, would expect some sort of a glitch to happen very, very shortly once Zombie gets into his car.
He's not quite there yet, but anybody's on the three guys on the hards, I'd be tempted to come in and put softs on, but nearly everybody be doing this similar thing, I would think.
Yeah, Ryan's coming. No, Ryan's baited me, so fantastic stuff there, Ryan. Jared stays up. Death Pro stays out. Zombie stays out. Dubstep stays out. What's that? 6 laps. The stop surely goes 6 laps. Well, Broken Reptile's taking a gamble.
Reptile's going to take advantage.
Same with Benny, Matt, and Mitchie. So the top 5 have stayed out.
Yep.
But Benny's going to lose a lot of time because double stacking.
Yes, he
Reptiles
will.
are mediums. Oh no. Unless no fresh softs for Reptile.
Even if they maybe used just a little bit, it'd probably be ideal to put softs on at this stage. But everybody behind, we've got the 7th, 8, 9, 10, 11. All those guys are on softs.
Oh no. Where's Benny? He's coming out in P10. So the top 5 has stayed out, but Reptile's coming in on fresh mediums. So I would assume no fresh softs.
Yes.
Death Pro on this 10 up low old hards. Is it too late to come and do a pit stop now?
Depends on when everybody else catches up in time, I suppose. But you don't want to lose track position, that's the key.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Well, Reptile's 15 seconds. A pit stop is about 20 odd seconds, so yeah, they should have pitted. Wow, with 6 racing laps to go, it's thrown up a whole lot of questions now.
Might get another lap under safety car here.
Yeah, I would expect it to happen. Yep, everyone's staying out. So this is going to be what everyone's tyres is going to be for the end of the race now.
Yep.
What can the likes of Matt, Mitchie, Bazooka, Betty, and Savory do? Faster compactor tyres, they're going to have a full battery and a lot of fuel. So...
Actually, let's have a look at penalty situations while we're here. So Ryan got 1 penalty. I think we know that. Death is on 2 warnings. Although I'm not sure whether the first warning counts on that one or not. Zombie has 2 warnings. Dubstep has 3 penalties, so it'd probably be a long shot, to say the least, to get the win. Dill's got 1 penalty and 1 warning. Broken Reptile has 2 warnings. Matt has 1 penalty. Mitchie has 2 warnings. Brazuka has 2 warnings. Benny has 3 penalties. And Savoury has 1 warning. So penalties could play a factor in this.
I would expect Benny to have another penalty after this race.
And potentially.
And there we go, safety car in this lap. So what we're on lap 25, heading towards lap 26. So 4 racing laps. Who's your money on? Is it on Ryan, Deathbro, Zombie, Dubstep, Dill, Reptile, Matt, Mitchie, Berserker, Betty, or Savoury Mince Pie? Let us know who's your money on.
Strap yourselves in, folks. We're ready to take the last 4 laps.
It's softs v mediums v hards.
Yep.
And Deathbro with the most worn tyres of 11 laps. And here we go, ladies and gentle people. We go on green flag racing. There we go. Deathbro into the slipstream of Ryan. Mitchie's already made a move onto Matt for P7. As Ryan stays ahead of I'm Deathbro. Broken Reptiles up at the P5. And Ryan
no, there's chaos. Dylan,
bolted away, I think. Oh, nah, Benny and Dill. Benny gets a 5-second penalty, severe collision, as Ryan's already picking up a 1-second gap to Deathbro. Zombie right there behind MP3. Same with B Dubstep. Reptiles in P5. Can he match his best result from last week? Mitchie is hounding him in P6 with Bazooka, and Savoury's up at the P number 8. Matt, the biggest loser out of the lot, in P9 with Benny in 10th and Dill in 11th. We'll go back on board with B Dubstep. Actually, no, let's go back on board with Reptile. He's currently in P5. Mitchie and Bazooka. No, not yet. Broken Reptile's going to be under immense pressure from the guys on soft tyres, as Ryan already 1.7 second gap to I'm Deathbro, and Zombie outside of a second already as well. So something must have happened with Zombie, and Dubstep half a second behind in P4. Ryan, fastest lap of the race with a 28.422. And DRS won't be activated to the end of this lap. Matt seemingly has no pace at all tonight. He's down in P9 on the soft compounded tyres, and he's been hounded by Benny.
I think like I said, caught up in that at turn 1 and after the restart with himself and Dill, so that lost him a lot of time. So if he didn't have that, he probably would have been a little bit more higher up, but he's still in the points at the moment. Broken Reptile getting close.
Zombie having a train here of Dubstep, Reptile, Mitchie, Bazooka, and Savoury. Matt's not that far behind, I must say, even though he doesn't look like he's got any pace. But Zombie, since coming back, has dropped off a little bit. Mitchie, no, probably going to wait for DRS zone number 1 up at the turn 4 corner. Unless Reptile makes a mistake. Mitchie's on the curb! Mitchie spun it!
Oh no!
Oh no, Mitchie! And that's given some breathing space for Reptile. Bazooka outside of a second, but DRS won't be activated until the lap.
Now.
There we go, DRS is enabled. So we're going to have 2 racing laps with DRS. 6 times you'll get DRS. And 1, 2, and 3 are outside of a second of one another, but Zombie under the most pressure in P number 3. And you're right, I think penalties will decide this race. Ryan, 1.7 second gap out to I'm Deathbro. Be a good haul of points for Ferrari, considering they scored none last week after 2 DNFs, as Mitchie gets a time penalty. And he's in P11. As Penske's come through back-to-back weeks, the second McLaren car spins near the end of the race. Well, you would know about that, Penske.
It seems to be because that second McLaren car, Penske did it last week. I did catch the little bit of I saw the clip afterwards, but yes, it's sort of happened again, unfortunately, Penske.
As Zombie carrying a big train, it's Dubstep, Reptile, and Brazuca. DRS is going to be key here, and ERS as well. Who's got the most? 54, 46, 9% for Reptile. Oh my god, Reptile. And 50 odd percent for Brazuca. Savory's got 18%. Oh, it's going to be very, very interesting.
Well, it's going to be on here for the podium on the last lap.
A bit of lag spikes. Reptile, no, a bit too far back. And Benny is down in P9 against Matt. Benny, 3-second time penalty. That's another penalty for Benny F1.
Yep.
Dubstep hounding Zombie as we're on to the last lap of the race here, ladies and gentlemen. Benny's made the move on the map, but Matt down on the inside of turn 4 pushes. Oh my god.
And he's got fifth place.
Mitchie's up in the P10, ladies and gentlemen. At least the second McLaren will score points here tonight. I know Penske got classified with points, but you know what I mean. So, Savory looking for a move on to Reptile for P6. Be a good result for Savory. As we'll watch this battle until Ryan comes towards the final corner. He's got 2.7 second gap, still 3-second time penalty. As here comes New Zealand Ryan, after starting at the back in P16, he's going to come on track and win the Bahrain Grand Prix. What does Death Bro do?
Oh,
he's P2! Oh no, Zombie! P3, Bazookas, Reptiles on the podium! Reptiles on the podium, and the Reptile fans are actually going mad. Savory's up to P4. Oh my god.
I forgot about Ryan had the 3-second time penalty. If Death had kept it under 3 seconds, he would have got it.
Driver of the day, Codemasters have given it to New Zealand Ryan. Oh my god, the shock result. Reptile gets onto the podium. The second week in a row, a Renault gets onto the podium here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god.
Oh, I got the race, but only just, mind you. But you got this. I think you picked Broken Reptile, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh my god, Reptile for surprise podium, and he has delivered, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Oh, Brazuca, 3-second time penalty. That's cost him. But look at that gap between Ryan and Death Bro.
That's the closest finish, isn't it? In RRL history?
Yeah, closest finish in RRL history. And that's 2 seasons, but it still counts with Reptile in P3. Savory Mince Pie in P4. Bazooka's in 5th. Zombie is in 6th. Matt in 7th. Dubstep in 8th. Mitchie in 9th. Dill gets a solitary point for Red Bull with Benny finishing outside in P11. Then we got Carbo, Poms, Jared, Edge, and that laggy person, the DNFers. Oh my god. Close finish. Reptile, podium, Savory, Pie P4. What a race. That safety car brought it alive.
Yeah.
And Bazooka, unfortunately, 3 seconds. He would have gotten P3 if not for that 3-second time penalty. Dubstep with 13 seconds of penalties after starting on pole position. Oh, dear. Wow.
I don't know what to say.
What do you say?
Wow.
Oh. Well done to New Zealand, Ryan. Oh my god. What can you say after a race like that?
I don't know.
Ryan going, that was a close one. You too right, it was a close
You're
one.
not wrong.
Oh my god. I kind of want to get him in for podium interviews. Chat, if anybody's in there, do you want podium interviews? Let us know.
Oh, God.
I kind of want to do podium interviews just to get their reaction of that race.
Oh, my God.
Nothing's happening yet, so we'll just wait for a little bit if they want to do it. But Roscoe, who was your driver of the day? Co-masters are giving it to Ryan, but who was your driver of the day?
You got to give it to Broker Reptile. Like you said, he nearly had the podium last time out, but with the help of a few guys having a few penalties, I've got to give it to Broker Reptile. I mean, you can make play to Ryan as well for getting from last to first, but close enough last to first. But yeah, it's Broker Reptile for me.
Ryan guys should be right. Okay, so no podium interviews here tonight, but wow, what a race here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, 2 opening races, 2 banger of races to open up season 2, and next week, I think it's China next week.
No, is it Vietnam?
Is it Vietnam or China?
Hang on, we'll have to.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I'm getting it.
Sure.
Vietnam. It's Vietnam next week.
Yes.
Well then. Yeah. So Vietnam next week.
Bring on Vietnam for the first time in league racing.
I watched the league race there the other day.
Yeah.
For another league, I didn't participate in it. And oh my god, the chaos towards the end. If it's wet next week.
Oh.
Oh my god.
We'll have some action.
Definitely. Ross says give it to Reptile. I'm going to split it. I'm going to give it to Ryan and Reptile for drivers of the day. I mean, yeah, what can you say? So Vietnam next week for round 3. Do tune in next week. Hopefully mic issues on both ends will be sorted. Don't know why it spiked so much tonight. But yeah, I'll leave the standings at the end of the video. As per usual, then subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on Twitch. We're 10 followers away from 50 followers, so help us out. It really means a lot to us. And yeah, I need to lie down again. We'll see you for Hanoi next week. See ya.
Goodbye.